guinea pig!
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today I am going to be making some oatmeal raisin cookies. And these are going to be for River Rat 3030. So Ernie, these are your cookies I'm making. I'm going to make them up, bake them, stick them in the freezer. And then when I get ready, I'm going to, ready to ship them, I'm going to vacuum seal them and package them up.
Are you going to freeze them and vacuum seal them?
No, I'm going to freeze them first and then vacuum seal them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I said. I'm going to make them up, get them baked, then vacuum, freeze them, and then I'll get ready to vacuum seal them before I ship them. Okay. The ingredients that I have, it calls for 1 cup of butter at room temperature, and that means 2 sticks because each stick is half a cup. Okay. Then it calls for 1 cup of packed brown sugar, and I told y'all about packed brown sugar. That just means you press it down into the measuring cup and pack it in good. Okay. Now I do have a mixture of light and dark brown sugar because I did not have any brown sugar much here at the house, and I had to go get some. We got dark sugar, so you got a mixture. Also, it calls for 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 1 tablespoon, and yes, I did say tablespoon of vanilla flavoring or extract or the good stuff or whatever you want to put it, the vanilla stuff. Yeah.
As long as it's neither.
It's vanilla flavored. This is vanilla extract, the real deal. Believe me, we know. 1 tablespoon of dark molasses, 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, and this is spooned and leveled. And when you say spooned and leveled, all that means is that you spoon the flour into your measuring cup, or if you have another measuring cup, just dip it up and pour it into it, and then you level it off. That's all that is spooned and leveled. Okay, you do not dip your measuring cup into the flour to get your measure. You actually fill the measuring cup with something else, and then you level it off. That's all that means. It calls for 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Love cinnamon in oatmeal raisin cookies. 1 teaspoon of baking. Let me see which is which. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. ½ teaspoon of salt. 3 cups of old-fashioned whole rolled oats. So this is old-fashioned oats. And 1 cup of raisins. I think it's old-fashioned oats I've got here. Yep. I got rolled oats, which is old-fashioned oats. So 3 cups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this together in my mixer. And I will be creaming together the butter and both sugars, the brown sugar and the granulated sugar, until it is well blended. Then I will add the eggs. Once I add the eggs, I will turn it on high, mix them up really well, and then I will scrape down the sides. Okay?
So we moving to the mixer?
Here in just a minute.
All
Then
right.
I'm going to add the vanilla flavor and the molasses. And mix on high until blended, and I'll set that aside. And then in a separate bowl, which I will get once I get through doing this, I will be mixing together the flour, baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. And I'll go over that again because we're going to do on the mixing all this stuff together in the mixer here. We'll do that on, what's that stuff called? Time lapse. That's it, time lapse. Because that way then you don't have to sit there and listen to it. You can listen to some music while it goes zoom, 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 zoom. Get over it, okay? Alright, so we're going to let Piggy get that set up while I get this right here.
Almost there.
Almost there. I'm going to get this stuff right here. Get my stuff ready to go in here and let Piggy get that set up on time lapse.
Oh, you want me to go ahead and put it on time lapse?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Hyperlapse, here we come.
Okay, I've got that mixed together and I've got it set aside. Now, let me flop that around. I had to follow my directions, y'all. It's been a long time since I've made these. Okay, now it says in a separate bowl, whisk together the flour. We'll put the flour in here, the 1.5 cups. I'm going to save just a little bit of that flour, and I'll show you why in just a second. The baking soda, cinnamon, and salt. Okay. Okay, we'll sift this together. And once we get this done, well, I should have just left that on the machine. I forgot about that. I got to mix it in with that. Okay. That's fine. I'll hook that back on the machine. Ain't going to be nothing but the same. Alright, now what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do here. That extra little bit of flour, I'm putting it over my raisins. And this right here will actually help your raisins when you're baking them. You mix them with the flour. So any of that extra flour is going to be going down back into the bowl here.
Keep it separated out so it goes flow throughout the cookies more.
Yep, they'll spread out through the cookies. They're not they won't clump up. And they actually will, believe it or not, they will actually bake better in there. I learned this trick about 30 years ago.
I get the concept.
And, I mean, that's basically all you do is you're just coating the raisins with flour, and there's no reason to put any extra flour in your cookie when you can use a little bit of the flour that you're going to be putting in the cookie anyway.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Okay. Okay, it says, let me put this back up on the mixer here. Make sure. I thought I had to mix it back together with something other than my hand. I knew something would work. Alright, so I set that aside here.
And she's getting where she's going to use her mixer more and more. Has been using her mixer more and more because every time she tries to do something by hand, it gets so hard, and some of it she has to wind up giving to me, and I can't get it done right.
Yeah. So,
put it on that machine.
Piggy can put that over here. We'll put this on time lapse as well. What I'm going to do to this is I'm going to add the so this is add to the wet ingredients, which is the mix here, and combine. Mix on low until combined. Then you're going to beat in the oats and the raisins on low speed. The dough will be thick and very sticky. Then we're going to chill it in the refrigerator for 30 to 60 minutes. So we shall go from there. Okay, so I'm going to add, it didn't say to add it in batches, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of it at one time. I know about making cookies, y'all. I know flour storms. So what we're going to do is we're going to start it on low.
Oh, why not on high?
You can clean the house.
Hey, I'm doing the dishes.
If I did it on high, that's your suggestion, it would be you cleaning the house. Alright, now we got the rest of that in there.
I can wash that.
That means you can wash that. Okay, it ain't gonna be long. Okay. Now we're gonna stir in the oats a little bit at a time. And we're going to add these raisins. Stir them in. go. It's mixed together. We're going to take this off, clean off our dough hook. And I'm just going to leave this dough in here to refrigerate. So when we come back, you'll see us plating and put them on the cookie sheets to get them in the oven. Alright, it's been almost an hour, somewhere between 40 minutes and an hour. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my good old trusty cookie scoop, put some cookies on my pan and put them in the oven, and there's the dough. Let's see how.
All balled up looking in there.
Yeah, I scraped it away from the sides. And yeah, do this. And I will admit, I got a taste of the dough earlier as I was cleaning off the spatula where I was scraping the sides with.
It's gonna be good.
And it's got a really good flavor. It really does. And what it says about these, I think I wrote it down. It says bake for 12 to 14 minutes until lightly browned on the sides. The centers will look very soft and underbaked. It says remove from the oven and let cool on baking sheet for 5 minutes before transferring to a wire rack to cool completely. The cookies will continue to set on the baking sheet during this time, meaning they will continue to cook from the residual heat off the baking sheet. Okay. So, you see what I'm doing here? I'm doing my cookies. I'm bringing my oven back up to temp, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure I know I wrote that on there. Yes, it is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So, when the cookies are done and have cooled completely, we will be back to taste test a cookie and get these ready to go out to Ernie at River Rat 3030.
I promise I'll save you some, River Rat. Alright, that it for now?
That's it until they come out of the oven and get cold.
Okay.
Alright, we are out of the oven. We're cooled. And Ernie, you're going to have right around 4 dozen cookies. Got enough here for me and Pete to have a couple of cookies, and you get the rest. So, I hope you enjoy them when you get them. Now I'm going to take one here.
Y'all know what time it is now. Look at the inside of that. Look at that. Look at that.
That right there was the smallest one that flattened out. So that's what I got. But it's got a good flavor. You can taste the cinnamon. You can taste the molasses along with the oatmeal. It's almost like that one had less oatmeal in it than anything else.
No.
But they are good.
River Rat, there's 2 reasons why these are going to make it to you. 1, I know they were done for you. 2, I know she'd have my hide.
No, I would make him help me make up another batch and put them in the freezer. Well, I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the recipe. If you like oatmeal raisin cookies, give them a try. We thank you for watching. Everybody have a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Work, Marvel.